Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Steven here and welcome back to another first look and unboxing video, and today we have here the Oukitel k4000. So the Oukitel k4000, it's a low budget phone, retails currently for only €100 on efoxshop.com. You can find a link down below in the description. Now the phone comes with lower end specs, a big battery, and it should be quite robust. So I would say let's get directly started and let's do the unboxing. So ladies and gentlemen, here are the specs of the Oukitel k4000, and it's a 5-inch smartphone with an HD resolution display, so 1280x720 pixels. It should be an IPS panel, and the phone is completely made out of plastic with a metal frame around it. So magnesium alloy or whatever, we'll just see it when we do the unboxing. The chipset, it's the MTK6735P. It's a quad-core chipset, but only clocked at 1 GHz, actually 988 MHz. It comes with 2 GB of RAM plus 16 GB of ROM and 13 megapixel rear camera, but interpolated from 8 megapixels, and a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, but interpolated from 2 megapixels, so not too good. Android 5.1 straight out the box, micro SD card support, dual SIM, GPS, Wi-Fi, everything in there. Then the battery capacity, it should be 4000 mAh, which is really a lot to power the MTK6735P. So you will get, I guess, at least 2 days of battery lifetime. And we also have LTE in there, so 4G, and the band B1, B3, B7 and B20. So that are the main specs, and now I would say let's do the unboxing and let's get the baby out of the box. And there we go guys, here's the package. As you can see, nice in orange, just like the Oukitel U8. And here on the package we can see the IMEI numbers, and it's the white version. Unfortunately, I get all my samples in white. I hate it so much because I love black, but I hate white smartphones. Okay, and there we go. Here's the smartphone at the top in this protection sleeve, so let's get it out of that bag. And there we go, Oukitel k4000, and as I can already see, there's a tempered glass screen protector already on the smartphone, and it comes in a protection case, which is already on the smartphone. But before we have a closer look at the phone, let's have a look at the accessories which we can find inside. So here's some cardboard material, here the Oukitel logo, and there we go, let's open it up. And here we can find some nice accessories. So the phone was not really heavy, I guess there's no battery inside, and that's why we have the battery in here. Here we have a micro USB cable, and there we go, so nothing special, so just a normal micro USB cable here in white, as you can see, and with an Oukitel branding. Then here we have the headset, and let's have a closer look at that. I always like Chinese headsets because they're usually kind of crappy. And yes, I absolutely know that kind of headset, so I had it also on some other smartphones. Same form, same feeling, very lightweight, and the quality, well, if you're an audiophile person, forget it. I mean, to do calls, it's okay. You can also see there's a remote control with microphone in here, but well, it's a $1 headset or whatever, so very cheap quality. Okay, there we go. Here we have the charger, and so far as I can see, this is a 5-watt charger, so the output is 1 amp, 5 volts, which equals 5 watts. We have here the European power socket connector, so that fits perfectly nice in my power socket. Here the USB port, nothing special, so you get this charger, exactly the same one with also G phones or whatever, so generic China phone charger. Here we have some other stuff. First of all, we have here the battery, and wow, this battery is massive. Now, not only the size, also the weight. It feels absolutely heavy, so I'll just put it on my scale. And for sure, in the full review, I will just measure the battery capacity, so no worries, guys. But I want to see how heavy the battery really is, because this feels really, really heavy. Alright, 4000 milliamp hours, 15.2 watt hours with a maximum charging voltage of 4.35 watts. Still sealed, so let's remove that. Now let's put the battery on the scale. Oh, holy crap, this battery weighs almost 66 grams, so 65.6 grams. So I guess the battery capacity will be absolutely real, and for sure I will measure that in my full review. And last but not least, what do we have here? An Oukitel k4000 quick guide. This is multi-language, okay, that's good, but really just a couple of pages, and here some English guide on how to use it. Really kind of useless, and we have here warranty certificate, hope I pronounced it correctly. And pretty cool that this here is included, but usually when you have a warranty case, the factory will say it's not worth to send it back to us, do something with the retailer. So, well, usually you can take that warranty certificate and do that, because it's kinda useless. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you can find here inside of the box, and now I would say let's get directly started and let's have a closer look at the smartphone itself. Now there we go, here's the Oukitel K4000, and the first feeling here in my hands, very nice build quality for the low price of €100, but it's also very heavy. Now it's a 5-inch smartphone, so not even a phablet or whatever, but it weighs over 200 grams. So I showed it to some people today, they just had it in their hands and they said, no, I can't take this with me, it's way too heavy, over 200 grams is really a lot. And trust me guys, yeah, if you have this in your pocket, you can feel that you have it in your pocket. Alright, so I'll put it now here on my scale, and here you can see 203.3 grams, so almost 205 grams, and for a 5-inch smartphone this is really a lot. Okay, here you can see the front side, and it comes with 2.5D arc screen. That's pretty cool, so some rounded edges, and also gives it a nice feeling in your hands. But well, let's change the wallpaper, because I want to show you the display, and we can pick this colorful wallpaper here. And there we go, and if you check this out, there's a massive black bar around the display. You actually don't see it when the display is off or when you have a black wallpaper, it's really hard to see then, but if you have a colorful and bright wallpaper, it looks somehow disgusting. It looks like a picture in a frame. Kinda bad, and at least the frame is the same on all sides, and it's around 3 to 4 millimeters, so really thick. Okay, at the bottom we have capacitive touch buttons. Unfortunately, there is no backlight on them, so they're just silver, reflecting the light, but absolutely no backlight. Also, there is no notification LED, so when it's charging, you don't see it's charging, only if you have a look at the battery indicator. But well, that's something I also don't really like. So I like smartphones with notification LED, and if that is missing, it's not really on my on my buy list. Okay, here at the top we have the 5-megapixel front-facing camera, interpolated from 2 megapixels. And here we have light and proximity sensor, and here the earpiece. But well, no notification LED and really thick bezels with that black massive bar around it. So it looks okay with a black wallpaper. Also the 2.5D arc screen is okay, but I have to say with a bright wallpaper and in white, it looks disgusting. Okay, now the backside. So the backside here, some nice finish. Yeah, it has some nice feeling, so it feels a bit smooth, not like some totally cheap plastic. Here at the bottom we have the Oukitel logo, CE certification, or at least a symbol which looks like that, and here the speaker in the middle. Here the single LED flash, which is very, very small actually, and here the rear camera, which should be 8 megapixels but interpolated, no sorry, 13, but interpolated from 8. Okay, then let's have a look at the frame. The frame is very massive. So you can see here the power button and the volume button, which is a single button here, and they are sliding around a little bit. So if I just swipe over them, you can feel they're sliding a little bit up and down. Feels still okay to press. Also very responsive, as you can see, so that feels good. But I have to say, I don't like it if you can feel that they are slightly wobbly, so a little bit loose. Okay, the metal frame looks very solid. I've seen other videos where they just try to, I don't know, punch something with the smartphone, or get nails, hammer nails into wood or whatever. Honestly, I'm not really sure if I should do that, but if you want me to do that, I will do it, so just leave me a comment down below in the description. Now, something you will see if you have a look at the smartphone here from the side, probably not so much because it's a little bit curved here, but it's thick as fuck. Sorry if I say it like that, but we can check it out. So there we go. And the thickness, it's 11 millimeters, so that's 1.1 centimeter. This is really one of the thickest 5-inch smartphones I've seen for a long time. And I'm not talking about, some old smartphones. This is a smartphone released 2015. But it has some very stable frame and a huge battery, so it has to be kind of thick. Okay, then here at the bottom of the device, as you can see, we have the micro USB port to charge it, and a little hole, which is the bottom microphone for doing calls. Okay, now here on the left side of the frame, there's actually nothing, so nothing fancy. And at the top we just have the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is not exactly here in the middle of the frame, goes a bit into the back cover, and the edges here not too sharp, so that also feels really good. Alright, that's basically the phone here from all sides, and the good thing is you can remove the back cover. Also that white back cover here, you see it's already dirty from my fingers or whatever, so it's a real dirt magnet. Oh well, getting the back cover off is a bit hard, so you can do it here with your fingernail, but it fits really tight, so it's really hard to get it off. And there we go. Okay, we removed it, so that feels a little bit crappy. And if you have a look at the phone here from the inside, you see it looks absolutely basic. So the most basic design I've seen for a while. And yeah, the battery is so massive with a serial number, that's pretty good. And just check this out. You need to check out the thickness of the battery. So this is, oh my goodness, 6mm. So there are smartphones which are even less than that, or 6mm. Okay, here you can see the smartphone from the inside. IMEI number, serial number. And we have here the antennas, even labeled FDD, FDD-AV, whatever. I'm not really sure which antenna is which, because they all have the same label. Okay, also here's another antenna at the bottom, so they're actually fixed here on the back. That's pretty good that we have a plastic back cover, so nothing shielding it. Here the dual SIM slots, SIM card slot 1, which is a micro SIM card slot, and here SIM card slot 2, which is also a micro SIM card slot. Micro SD card slot works perfectly nice with 64GB SD cards, and here at the bottom the speaker. So that's basically it. That's the phone from the inside. The phone itself seems to be really stable. I can barely bend it, so not like a banana Elephone P7000. So really nice thickness, but it's also smaller. It's 5 inches, and you see if you check out the frame here, this looks very, very massive. So I'll probably do some stability tests in the full review, but not now during the unboxing, because I still need to do the review. Okay, that's the phone from the inside, and now I would say let's power it on and let's see what we can find inside of the ROM, and let's do some basic benchmarks. Now guys, the smartphone is up and running, and there's always something I forget to talk about, and this time the display. So the display looks actually quite good. It's sharp, has nice colors and viewing angles, and definitely IPS, and 720p here on 5 inches is really enough and looks pretty good here on the Oukitel K4000. Okay, as you can see, smartphone is working. It's also quite smooth for the 1 GHz processor, but well, 2 GB of RAM, also boosting it a little bit. So this one here with 1 GB of RAM is really kind of low. Okay, we can go here to the menu and check out the settings, and there we go. As you can see, we have a different icon pack, but this is basically very close to stock with the basic launcher. Here under About the Phone, we can confirm that it is running Android version 5.1, and here's the Lollipop. And well, it comes with 16 GB of storage, 2 GB of memory, blah blah blah. So all the specs are built in here into About the Phone. Haven't seen that really often. And well, wireless update is also there. There's an Outer app, and I'll show you that just a little bit later. Maybe let's turn down the brightness a little bit so you can read this here better. And let's go all the way up here to Wi-Fi. And first of all, Wi-Fi is working in dual band, and Wi-Fi seems to be okay, not the best. Doesn't find my neighbor's home network, and also here the signal could look a little bit better. So good, 65 Mbits. Well, it's okay, but I have here some smartphones from China which perform a little bit better, at least at the first look. Bluetooth seems to work. We also have HotNod, but well, no NFC, but we have HotNod, and HotNod is similar to NFC, but it only works between MTK devices, which also support HotNod. Okay, so with that you can exchange data. Here we have the display settings. Oh well, you see that's a little bit buggy, so it kicks me here out of the settings. Okay, maybe if I change the language again it works. Sometimes there's a language bug. And we can have a look here at storage. So it comes with one big partition, that's absolutely great, but somehow my 64GB SD card is not detected. I hope it's in there. Alright, problem solved, so the SD card was not fully in. And here you can see 64GB SD card properly detected and seems to work in the Oukitel. Next thing, battery stats. Now I can't really tell you anything here right now, but it also comes with intelligent power saving standby. We can check out apps running in the background here, and there we go. And yeah, wait for it to load up, and it comes with 2 GB of RAM, which should be quite enough. So you see that's pretty good ROM optimization, so only 500 MB, actually less, used by system and background apps, and you still have 1.5 GB of apps, of RAM for apps running in the background, and also for 3D games or big applications or whatever. Okay, language and input, it seems to be multi-language, not the full Android language pack, but the most important stuff is in here, as you can see. So at least multi-language, that's pretty good. Alright, that's everything we can find in the settings, so not too many fancy things. As you can see, it comes with several stuff here pre-installed, but not too much, so it's actually very clean. It also supports off-screen gestures like touch letters, which we have here, and yeah, that's basically it regarding the first look. I mean, we can quickly open up the camera application to check this out. So the autofocus, the tap autofocus focus makes some very strange sound, which I absolutely hate, so also doesn't seem to be so accurate, and well, quality also doesn't look too good. Let's switch it to the front-facing camera. Oh, that's a really nice wide angle. Let's take a selfie. And yeah, colors look a little bit strange, but I will tell you that in my full review, which will come probably end of this week. Okay guys, that's basically it. I also did some benchmarks just to check out the initial performance straight off the box, and it is very low, so below 20k points. We can have a look here at the ranking, and if you compare this to some other phones we have here, come on, load it. Okay, yeah, here you can see it, so like 40% of the Galaxy Note 4 performance, and here under info we can see it's only in 32-bit ROM. Now it seems that the 1 GHz MTK6735P can't do 64 bits. That's what a lot of companies now told me. Actually on the datasheet they say all MTK6735 processors 64 bit, but maybe there's some differences. So this one here is not 64 bit. Okay, the chipset itself seems to be 64-bit, as you can see here, but somehow they said they have problems with the ROM or whatever. I really don't know what to believe, but let's see what the future brings. Okay, the Geekbench free benchmark, I can quickly run it, so just give me a second. Now the Geekbench free benchmark is finished. We get a single core score of 473 and a multi-core score of 1320, and this is really not a lot, so the performance in the benchmarks is really kinda low. We can have a look at CPU-C here, and there you go. So it clocks from 221 MHz up to 988 MHz, and it's only in quad core, so well, not really good performance. Then here the device info, so nothing special, just here the storage and everything. Here's system info. As you can see, there is no root access and it runs Android 5.1, and regarding the temperature, seems to be kinda cool. Did a lot of benchmarks right now, but keeps all the temperatures here below 40 degrees. Okay, we can have a look here at the sensor box to check out the sensors, and as you can see, just the basic stuff, not even an orientation sensor. Okay, so just accelerometer, light and proximity sensor, and sound sensor. That's basically it. So there's no gyroscope and there's no magnetic sensor, so that absolutely sucks. Okay, then here we have stage fright detector, and let's see how safe it is. And well, there is one fright, so it's vulnerable to stage fright, not really the best thing, but maybe there's a security update from Oukitel. So on the Oukitel U8 I had some updates, but not too often. Alright guys, so we just had a look here at everything. All in all, the phone seems to be quite decent for users who don't need so much performance but prefer a stable phone and also a lot of battery lifetime, because I guess the battery lifetime on that phone must be super awesome. Also, yeah, it's very heavy, as I've told you before, and it seems to be kind of stable, so the metal frame here is really massive. Now, I'm not really sure what tests I should do. Oukitel drilled actually into the screen. I'm not going to do that. This will just break the phone and doesn't say anything about the stability. So probably I'm thinking about drop tests, maybe smashing it or whatever. Yeah, but just leave me a comment down below what you want to see. But honestly, I won't burn the phone and I won't drill into the phone. This is a waste of hardware, and I'm actually, yeah, it's a useless test in my opinion. So thanks for watching guys, this was my first look and unboxing here on the Oukitel K4000. See you soon in the next one, and I'll try to bring you the full review until end of this week. So stay fresh and bye bye.